Welcome back, AHS. I'm Sebastian Hill.
And I'm JD Frazier.
And this is
The Res.
I hope you had a great 2016.
But now it's 2017, which means new beginnings.
New starts.
A clean slate.
Plenty of new obstacles to overcome. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about why we celebrate this new year.
The celebration started a long time ago, back in 2000 BC.
It all started in Iraq, where they would celebrate the new year, or vernal equinox as they called it. The only difference was that they used the Roman calendar, but their new year started in March. But before we get into more, let's take a look back into 2016.
I heard that Valerio went around asking the AWOPing question.
That's right. I went around asking AHS what their favorite 2016 memory was, and this is what you had to say.
Everything. Riding my bike into a hole and almost dying. It was so cool. I want some goldfish.
Being on the res. My cat's birthday. She turned 1.
My favorite memory of 2016 was when the whole entirety of the internet joined together for one simple cause, and that was to remember our boy Harambe.
When I got my first airsoft gun, 2016, shot my sister, got grounded.
Those are some great answers, AHS. My favorite memory of 2016 was when Sebastian ate soap.
I'll try it. I want to try it.
Sebastian, don't.
It is soap.
Oh! Spacey. You can watch I do have to say that 2016 was pretty legendary.
Almost as legendary as our Indian athletes, right, Mr. Slayer Martin?
He may be the greatest athlete of all time. There is mustard on the lettuce.
That's right. So let's take a look at some of the greatest plays of the 2016 football season.
For when we have faced down impossible odds, when we've been told we're not ready, or that we shouldn't try, or that we can't, yes, we can.
Those were some great plays and some great times. Back to you guys.
Hey, the Reds had some pretty good times last year.
You know what? You're right. Let's take a look at the good old days of 2016 with this week's Indian Interview Time.
They were singing, my, it's Indian Interview Time, where we interview some Indians and have a...
When you hear this song, you know it's got to be good. Welcome to the top 5 Indian interview moments of 2016.
Indian Interview Time.
Let's kick it off with number 5, a pool contractor and Mr. Neary.
I'm moving, and I'd like you to build me a new pool. And I told him, it's like, well, I'd never built a pool before.
He may not be experienced, but he's got some moves of his own. So if you get the chance, go buy a pool.
Thank you so much for coming on, Mr. Scott McFarland, Blue Water Pools.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Number 4, Rod Busters, and Mr. Neary.
We specialize in tying reinforcing steel.
These contractors from Haltom City drove a long way to talk to us about rebar. So, if you're looking for a job, they could sure use some physical laborers.
Email set up directly for hirees, and believe that's jobs@mclcontracting.com.
But construction isn't just hard work, it can also be fun.
Construction, it's a fun work environment. People, have a good time when they go to work. They leave tired. You go to sleep with a rewarding feeling of accomplishment.
Number 3, Miss Carruthers and Jack Aspinall.
Sauces, stocks, that kind of stuff to make sauces.
These two culinary masters are here to exchange information on everything food.
Watch his cooking, how he cooked, and that got me interested. I then went to a vocational high school where they had a culinary arts class.
And to top things off, Chef Jack gives us some 21st century advice for lunch.
And I invite you guys to download the app. You can go to alvaradoisd.nutrislice.com. When you go there, it'll have you select your school, you select breakfast or lunch, and it'll have everything that's on your menu for that day.
That hurts.
Number 2, Right Shark and Santa Claus.
I'm Santa, that's why it hurts. What do you mean, why?
Filled with witty banners such as what you just heard, you're in for a fun ride.
So, obviously, there's some differences between us, I'd say, right?
Well,
I'm Santa, so I know that there are some differences between us.
Sarcasm and awkward silences are riddled throughout this segment, which adds to the overall humor of these two polar opposites.
So if you're gonna accuse me of being the fake Santa, why shouldn't I accuse you of being the fake right shark?
Because I am the right shark.
What if you're the wrong shark?
You won't have to wait long to laugh because the jokes write themselves from the very beginning.
How is it being out of water? Is it stressful?
Hello, and welcome to Indian Interview Time.
And finally, number 1, Mason Smith and Sebastian Hill.
Do you ever try to impress women by revving your truck very loudly?
Well, I mean, I can't say I don't rev my truck, but I'm not doing it just to impress the ladies.
An unlikely duo. These two play off of their differences and entertain us at every turn.
What kind of boots you wearing right now?
Rebel boots. Yeah.
One's a die-hard trucker, and the other doesn't know anything.
Everything. I think I run about 385 horsepower to my only one rear tire.
What?
That's right.
What were your top Indian Interview Time moments? Let us know. For more informative top 5s, be sure to keep it here.
Cause it's Indian interview time. Indian interview time.
I knew some people that read a couple books in 2016 and they said they liked books, so let's read some more books with this week's wig.
Hi, I'm Francis.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and we're in TLB.
And today we're going to be bringing you the top 10 books of 2016. Top 4 picks of this 2016. And number 4, we have Blue Exorcist, which is about a half-breed of a demon and a human. His father's actually Satan, and he basically goes around killing other demons with his friends, trying to make the world a better place.
Next, we have Tokyo Ghoul, which is about a guy who was walking in the street, and he got hurt by a ghoul, and now he's trying to bring peace between ghouls and humans.
So up next we have number 2, and that is Black Butler, and that is about a young boy whose family gets murdered, and so he sells his soul to a demon to basically get revenge, and so the demon then becomes his butler, and the series is them getting revenge for this boy's family.
And next we have is the number 1 book, Bleach, and it's about this guy that accidentally becomes a reaper, and he kills all the bad souls, and so the good souls can cross over to the other side. And there you have it. That's the top 4 books checked out in 2016 in the library.
So come on down and check these 4 out and check whichever ones you out.
And now it's time in which we highlight the best,
the funniest,
the silliest,
and the most talented.
It's time for this week's Shenanigans!
Welcome to Shenanigans. This week we're looking at the top 5 shenanigans segments from 2016. You know that when those anchors beat that desk, you're in for a real treat. Let's kick it off at number 5. 2016 was a wild time, and the science episode was no letdown. This episode was anchored by 4 clones, and in this segment, we get to see the thrilling backstory of how the clones were brought to be. The scientist and his assistant worked diligently to bring their creations to life. This segment won 3rd place in the state TSA competition in its category, and left viewers on the edge of their seats, ringing it in as number 5 on our list. Number 4 on our list is sure to bring back some Christmas spirit. 2016 was a great year full of Christmas cheer, and it's obviously visible with the Chinese gift exchange. This gift exchange was an emotion-filled hayride with happiness and depression all rolled up into a single Christmas burrito. Everyone had a great time participating and a great time watching, cementing this segment as number 4 on the top 5 best shenanigans. Number 3. Every year we present to you a disappointing display of otakus and ninjas known as the Fringe episode, and last year's was no different. In Shenanigans, we saw a fight to the death between 2 superpowered beings. The battle was tremendous, but at last a victor prevailed. This battle was extreme to the highest proportions, sealing its spot as number 3. Number 2. Everyone loves a good goof every now and then, and there's no better place than the State Fair to do it. We went through every bit of the fairgrounds to see that every bit of the general populace was bothered by our presence. This episode of Sebastian Hill TV was no letdown. Sebastian's character really shined through as he blesses the fairgoers with his presence. These epic pranks helped seal the deal, securing the number 2 spot on the top 5. Before we announce number 1, let's see some honorable mentions that didn't quite make the cut or were from before 2016. Whisker Fish was a wonderful display of fishing produced in early 2015. We are brought through the process of fishing, from cleaning the hooks to prepping the fish to cook. Our second honorable mention is a classic song that is still sung today. Our parody of I Want to Gold was produced in early 2015 and was an icon of its time, bringing friends together through laughter and singing for weeks to come. So far, we've seen a stunning display of scientific breakthrough, a miraculous sharing of Christmas celebration, an anime battle, and the tales of an epic prankster. At long last, we've reached number 1 on our list. After long delegation, an internal consensus was reached among us to name Autovlog number 1 as number 1 in the top 5 shenanigans of 2016. In this segment, our host talks us through the various aspects of his car. It was portrayed as a car of wonders, even though it was in shambles and disrepair. We then go for a test drive where we see just how the old girl handles. Do you have any ideas for future top 5s? Leave us your suggestions in the comments section down below.
Hey, you know what? Masterpiece Theater was pretty good in 2016.
Let's take a look at this week's Masterpiece Rewind.
This week we are counting down the top 5 Masterpiece Theaters of 2016.
Now it's time for
Number 5. This masterpiece is one everyone has fallen in love with. Coon Dog's A Christmas Special.
Love and all that other stuff. And now, here's Coon Dog.
This one, he talks about why he loves Christmas so much.
Today because I want to talk to you about my favorite holiday, Christmas. Woo! It's a time of year that's funner than picking a wet booger and trying to flick it on your brother's pillowcase. That's what I'm talking about.
Number 4, this is a person with spooky personality. His name is Gilbert. He is a spooky skeleton. This one premiered on the Halloween episode of 2016.
And now, here's Gilbert.
Hello AHS, I am Gilbert, your friendly neighborhood skeleton, and today I'm here to talk to you
In it, he talks about what he does to participate in the festivals.
Well, because I am a skeleton, if you could not tell.
Number 3, this is one for the record books. It's a talking turkey named
Hello,
Tito.
I am Tito, the Thunderous Turkey, and today I'm going to talk to you about Thanksgiving conspiracies.
Talking about conspiracies of Thanksgiving.
Do you know where the turkeys come from? It's more simple than you may think. You see, long ago when the Ottoman Empire was at its peak, turkeys were considered to be the most powerful beings in all of 19th century Turkey.
And now it's time for Obi-Wan's Jedi training.
Number 2, for all you Star Wars fans, this one is for you. It has Obi-Wan talking to you to be a master in Jedi politics.
I'm here today to speak to you about the merits of mentorship. My credentials include having been a master to 2 young Jedi apprentices.
Number 1, this is for all you art fanatics out there. It is calm and collective as we brought you Bob Ross to teach you how to paint in an elegant fashion. He has also brought with him a special guest, which you know as the name of Carfunkel the Willow Tree.
Whoa. Thanks, Bob. I'm glad to be here today. The warm weather is a nice relief from the South China Sea, where the nighttime temperatures can get all the way down into the -20s. Global warming has been
This has been our top 5 masterpieces of 2016.
And now it's time for our sponsors, Tribal Tees.
For all your shirts,
hoodies,
senior pictures,
and graphic design needs.
Come and see Tribal Tees.
Come join the tribe. And now another word from our sponsor, Johnson County Pipes.
Johnson County Pipe Supply is a family-owned and operated manufacturing company providing local jobs for over a decade. Our industry-leading position in the ever-growing construction industry is also seeking self-motivated, hard-working individuals with integrity. No experience necessary, just a willing attitude, and bilingual is a plus. So if you're looking to work in a year-round manufacturing, safe, friendly environment with competitive pay and full-time benefits, look no further than down the pipeline, just off 67 on County Road 209.
Melanie saw this ad on the red.
An independent company, the Thompson Pipe Group. Must be 18 to apply, must apply in person.
And now it's time for general announcements.
Future Freshman Night is on Monday, January 9th at 7 p.m.
The theater is presenting the Addams Family Musical on January 12th through 14th at 7 p.m. Well, that's all for this week, AHS. Keep that purple pride alive. And until next time, I'm Sebastian Hill.
And I'm JD Frazier.
And this is
The
Res.
My memory of 2016 is when Trump and Neary during the debate.
Which time?
All of the time. What do you mean?
What you did to experience an equal balance in this relationship? No, I did not just hit you.
Hey!
You went. So I went like, I didn't even hit you.
I am not for abusive relationships here.
not
JD, if you need help.
She hit me twice. She hit me 2 times as many times as I hit her. I didn't even hit her.
Stop.